When Lu Yan stood up for the beautiful poor student for the third time, someone took a photo and posted it on the confession wall. The comments section was full of people speaking up for me. They scolded the poor student for being shameless and deliberately seducing. They also scolded Lu Yan for not being able to tell right from wrong and being deceived by a green tea. Only I could see the seriousness and heartache in Lu Yan's eyes. After canceling the arranged marriage, I went abroad for further study. My friend couldn't understand. Are you scared? Can't you deal with a green tea? I shook my head. It wasn't that I was scared. No one knew that this was my third rebirth. But it turned out that no matter how many times I tried, the ending was the same. For someone who doesn't love you, even if they agree to the arranged marriage, they only see it as a shackle. So, with mountains high and waters far, I wish Lu Yan his freedom. Less than an hour after that photo was posted, a long thread of comments was quickly built up. The comment that was liked to the top was very intense. Zhou Qingzhu, do you have any shame? Aren't you tired of pestering someone else's boyfriend every day? The girl in the photo was beautiful and charming, with red eyes. She was wearing a men's coat and was timidly hiding behind someone, and that person was my boyfriend, Lu Yan. Lu Yan's eyes and brows were fierce, in a posture of extreme protection. This was already the third time he had been posted on the confession wall for standing up for Zhou Qingzhu. The comments section was in a fierce argument. If someone is causing trouble while drunk, call the police or find the security guards. What's the use of crying? There are study programs provided on campus, but she has to work part-time at a hotel, with her colleagues right beside her. She doesn't ask for help but instead calls Lu Yan. We all know what she's up to. The hotel is just a few steps away from the school, and there are streetlights all the way. She still acts pitiful and asks Lu Yan to send her every day. I've never seen such a scheming person. Lu Yan is also at fault. He can't tell right from wrong and is simply being deceived by this green tea. That day, I waited in the restaurant for a long time. I only received a text message. Jiwei, Qingzhu is scared and can't be left alone. I have to stay with her tonight, so I won't come to see you. This restaurant was a century-old establishment, and I had booked the seat a month in advance. In the evening, Zhou Qingzhu posted on Xiaohongshu. In the photo, Zhou Qingzhu was leaning against Lu Yan, smiling happily. The background was the cinema that Lu Yan and I often went to, going to the movies with my crush. He suggested it himself. The comments below were full of celebration. Sister, you're amazing. In my experience, he must be interested in you. Are you about to win him over? Zhou Qingzhu sent a shy emoji. Yes, I looked at it for a long time and then called the restaurant. No need to reserve the seat anymore. Yes, cancel it. Lu Yan knew how hard it was to queue for this restaurant. He also knew how long I had prepared for today. But between the restaurant and the cinema, between Lin Jiwei and Zhou Qingzhu, Lu Yan chose the latter. The first time I saw Zhou Qingzhu was at the school anniversary party. As soon as the beautiful poor student took the stage, I subconsciously turned to look at Lu Yan. Sure enough, Lu Yan was also looking at Zhou Qingzhu. His always cold and sharp eyes and brows softened, and he stared intently. The girl on the stage was wearing a red dress, warm, flamboyant. The voices around were noisy, with exclamations and booming applause. The host had a clear voice and asked half-jokingly, Qingzhu, I just saw the program list and thought this was a boy. After all, girls' names are usually more gentle. Zhou Qingzhu smiled generously, with a hint of pride in her eyes and brows. Who said girls can't be named Qingzhu? I want to be like this bamboo, rising straight up to the clouds. Such words once again caused a round of applause. Qingzhu, so her name is Zhou Qingzhu. I heard Lu Yan beside me muttering unconsciously. His gaze towards the stage was full of appreciation, and his eyes were fixed. During the interaction session, Zhou Qingzhu smiled playfully and actually pointed at Lu Yan. Now, please invite the lucky audience to come on stage and have a. The host opened the note and read out the content drawn. A1, armed Princess Carrie. Lu Yan also stood up generously. His cheeks were slightly red, and he quickly walked onto the stage amidst the laughter of the people around. Lu Yan was so focused that he forgot that I was sitting beside him. Zhou Qingzhu pretended to lose her balance and kissed Lu Yan's left cheek. She cast a look at me, with a provocative smile in her eyes. After that night, Zhou Qingzhu became famous for being scheming, My best friend was indignant. Why did she have to draw someone else's boyfriend? I think she did it on purpose. Everyone knows that you and Lu Yan are a famous perfect couple at school. My best friend was right. In the eyes of others, Lu Yan and I were well matched in social status, and our engagement was arranged since childhood, but no one knew. This was actually the third time I had met Lu Yan in different lives. In the first life, not long after I got married to Lu Yan, I died in a car accident before we got to know each other well. In the second life, I didn't want to be a puppet in a family, arranged marriage and fled. In the third year of living incognito in a small town, I was kidnapped by robbers who demanded a ransom. The incident became so big that the robbers took me and hid in the mountains. I was beaten, insulted, and humiliated. Later, it was Lu Yan who saved me. He became a policeman and lurked in alone. And even lost an arm for this. I recognized him at a glance but didn't dare to speak, pretending to be mute. Being saved by the person I had fled from in an arranged marriage made me feel ashamed and embarrassed, but Lu Yan was very kind to me. To avoid the robbers, we hid in a cave. He gave me all the only food, fed me water, and bandaged me, and he softly told me not to be afraid, that someone would come to meet us soon. The better he treated me, the more bitter I felt in my heart. So when the robbers caught up, I rushed over. I blocked a knife for him. Lu Yan's face showed deep surprise. His expression was complicated. He subdued the robber with his backhand and calmly stopped my bleeding. Lu Yan, can you promise me one thing? I spat out blood, feeling that the vitality in my body was rapidly draining away. Tell me, for the grace of saving your life, I will do my best to fulfill it. I wanted to smile but couldn't lift the corners of my mouth. I hope I can meet you again in the next life. I hope you will give me another chance. I shouldn't have been willful and fled the marriage, making Lu Yan the target of ridicule. I also shouldn't have been willful and gone south, causing Lu Yan to get injured while saving me. I hope I can still meet you in the next life, to atone for my sins and correct my past mistakes, but now I understand. Heaven loves to play tricks on people and is the most cold-hearted. In the second life, in the second year after I fled the marriage, Lu Yan announced his new girlfriend, who was Zhou Qingzhu. After being reborn, I accepted the family, arranged marriage. Lu Yan also obeyed his family and agreed to the arranged marriage. But it turned out that my joyous reunion was just a mistake. When the real female protagonist, Zhou Qingzhu, appeared, she would still attract all of Lu Yan's attention. I was like a thief, stealing the love that belonged to her during the time when Zhou Qingzhu didn't appear. And now that the real owner has returned, I seem so dark and unbearable. With her dance at the party, Zhou Qingzhu stole the show, and it was from that day on, Lu Yan, who had always been reluctant to participate in activities, unusually appeared at various parties, and every time Zhou Qingzhu performed, 8 out of 10 times, she would draw Lu Yan. After so many times, it inevitably caused rumors. Someone advised Lu Yan to refuse, but Lu Yan said that refusing would hurt the girl's face. Zhou Qingzhu didn't care even more. Even if she was called a scheming person to her face, she would still smile. The most excessive time, the host kicked up a fuss and asked them to have a French kiss on the spot. The two people on the stage, the red dress and the black clothes, matched each other, looking incredibly well matched. Yao Yao, I'm going back to the dormitory first. If Lu Yan asks later, just say I'm not feeling well and left early. Ji Wei, Chen Yao, my best friend, wanted to say something but held back. Only then did I realize that unconsciously, my nails had dug several blood marks on my arm. This was a bad habit I developed when I was anxious as a child. I silently raised my head and happened to meet Lu Yan's eyes. Lu Yan gently put his arm around the girl's waist to steady her. Meeting my gaze, Lu Yan subconsciously let go and frowned. He seemed to want to say something, but I had already turned and left. When I walked out of the auditorium, I let out a breath. I forcefully threw the bracelet on my wrist into the lake. This was a gift Lu Yan gave me when he first announced our relationship on Moments. I cherished it very much and wore it every day. It almost became my symbol, but just now, I saw the same bracelet on Zhou Qingzhu's wrist. This brand was expensive and luxurious, beyond the affordability of a poor student. It was easy to figure out who gave it. Zhou Qingzhu not only wanted Lu Yan to choose her over me, she also wanted to snatch the things that Lu Yan had given me, perhaps, I had lost from the moment she appeared. The photo on the confession wall was forcibly deleted after being up for half a day. It was Lu Yan who did it. When he called me, his tone was very cold. Did you deliberately ask someone to stir up trouble in the comments? How long had it been since I heard him speak to me so impatiently? No, Lu Yan didn't believe me. Several of the accounts below are your friends. Did you or did you not ask someone to do it? Among more than 500 comments, only 2 were posted by my friends who couldn't stand it. Now Lu Yan was pushing all the blame on me. I could hear the faint crying of the girl on the other side. Accompanied by Lu Yan's soft consolation, he was so gentle to Zhou Qingzhu, but when he turned to me, he was aggressive. Forget it this time, don't do this again in the future, you're also a girl, even if you're jealous, there's no need to be so vicious. Lin Jiwei, you disappoint me so much, you're not at all like the you I first met. After hanging up the phone, I sat at the table in a daze. The me he first met. What was Lu Yan's impression of me at that time? The college entrance examination had just ended, and the Lu family had moved from the south to the north for development. The 2 families got together to discuss the engagement. The Lu family's intention was that Lu Yan and I should apply to the same university to cultivate our relationship, get engaged after graduation and get married the next year. When there were only the 2 of us left in the private room, Lin Jiwei, just hearing the name tells me you're a boring person. This was the first sentence Lu Yan said to me. He asked me, racing, rock climbing, skiing, what can you do? I shook my head. My health is not very good. My family doesn't allow me to participate in these dangerous sports. Lu Yan was handsome and smiled casually. Oh, I see, you young ladies like refined things, piano, or painting. I could hear the sarcasm in Lu Yan's tone. He lifted my chin and commented, you look quite cute. Unfortunately, I like wild ones. That night, my joyous reunion was met with Lu Yan's contempt. I had made a lot of efforts because of Lu Yan's words, wearing smoky makeup, sexy suspenders, and learning hot and explosive dances, making a mess of myself, all for that word, wild. But until now, seeing Zhou Qingzhu, I finally understood what Lu Yan meant by that sentence. The wild he mentioned meant confident, flamboyant, warm, and bold, and I was gentle, quiet, and the appearance that Lu Yan least liked. I had once been complacent that it took me 3 years to make Lu Yan gentle to me, but it turned out that someone could get his preference just by the first meeting. The more you try to cover something up, the more rebellious people will become. The confession wall was deleted, but the school forum spread even more widely, especially when someone saw Zhou Qingzhu and Lu Yan sharing an ice cream. Perhaps it was out of a sense of justice, or perhaps it was to fan the flames. In the end, Zhou Qingzhu was pushed to the forefront and became a mistress that everyone spurned. When she came to me with red eyes, she couldn't control her emotions and shouted, now I'm in such a mess, and you're so glorious, everyone who sees me can scold me, your classmates stand up for you, your friends speak for you, the whole world is on your side, do you have to make me infamous to be satisfied? I was silent for a long time in the face of such accusations, in this public opinion battle. I seemingly won a great victory, but in fact, I looked at Zhou Qingzhu and said softly, even if the whole world supports and protects me, Lu Yan is on your side, right? The next day, all the relevant posts on the school forum were deleted. Lu Yan posted a status, taking all the public opinion on himself. Zhou Qingzhu was portrayed as a poor student who was tough and self-reliant. Lu Yan admired her, so he was willing to lend a helping hand, even to clear her name as a mistress. Lu Yan said that he had privately broken up with me and was currently single. As soon as this statement was made, the public opinion instantly reversed. Lu Yan found me, and his tone was a bit unnatural. It's just a temporary measure, a fake breakup. When the public opinion passes, we'll get back together, otherwise, there's no way. I interrupted him, no way to explain sharing an ice cream, no way to explain racing together in couples outfits, right? Lu Yan suddenly looked up, and his tone became gloomy. How do you know? You secretly followed me. I didn't say anything. There was no need to follow. Lu Yan's group of brothers had never liked me and had always excluded me, so when Zhou Qingzhu appeared, there were always people who would take the initiative to tell me and laugh at me. My best friend was so angry that she was shaking when she saw it. They've only known each other for a few days, and he's already taken her racing, and she's sitting on Lu Yan's most precious motorcycle. As she spoke, my best friend's eyes turned red, and her tone was choked. Back then, when you just wanted to touch it, you were scolded severely. How can another woman sit on it so easily now? I thought back to that motorcycle. It had a sleek design and was extremely expensive, as arrogant and sharp as its owner. At that time, I had been dating Lu Yan for a year. When he went street racing, I would sit aside and read quietly. When he went skiing, I would prepare hot tea to moisten his throat. Lu Yan had changed from being dislike and avoid at first to acquiescing and indulging in the end. Later, he would even take the initiative to ask me to watch a play or visit a bookstore. You, a young lady, have a surprisingly good temper. Lu Yan's tone was hard to fathom. I knew he wasn't sincerely complimenting me, so I just smiled gently. Once, during a street race, he suddenly asked me, "Dare to get on?" I shook my head. My health wasn't good, and my family never allowed me to participate in such strenuous sports. Lu Yan sneered, "Coward, at worst, I'll ride slowly. I promise I won't scare you." Just then, Lu Yan's friends happened to come over. They saw Lu Yan leaning against the motorcycle, with me standing quietly beside him. They started winking and laughing. "Brother Lu, you're going to take your girlfriend for a ride. You even brought out this bike. You're really being generous." Someone else chimed in, "This bike is your baby. You never use it except for top-level races. You don't even let us try it usually." Sure enough, having a wife makes a difference. Before, Brother Lu treated his bike like his wife. Now that his real wife is here, of course, your girlfriend is more important now. Haha, I blushed from the teasing. I didn't know this bike was so important to Lu Yan. Just as I was about to refuse, I heard Lu Yan's cold voice first, who said, "I'm taking her. She's a delicate young lady. She'll be so scared that her legs will go weak the next second she gets on. My bike isn't something that just anyone can touch." The few people were a bit embarrassed by Lu Yan's merciless words. They made a few jokes and quickly left. After the people left, Lu Yan called out to me, as if he wanted to say something, but after waiting for a long time, there was no follow-up. I sighed, "Don't worry, although I have an engagement with you, I'm not an unreasonable person. I won't threaten you in the name of being your girlfriend. If you don't want me to, I won't have any contact with this bike." Lu Yan stared at me for a while, then looked away. His tone was even colder than before. Good to know. It turned out that Lu Yan wasn't that cold to everyone. The street racing incident was just the beginning. During the break, Lu Yan's brothers pulled me into a group and vied to report. "It was my birthday last week. Lu Yan said he would bring his partner. I thought it was you, but it was Zhou Qingzhu. She even gave a gift like a proper girlfriend." "Lin Jiwei, what's going on with you? Are you being bullied like this by a poor student?" "Not only that. I met them both when I was shopping yesterday." A guy made a few flirtatious remarks to Zhou Qingzhu. Lu Yan's face was so dark, he almost beat the guy to death. Tsk. He looked like his wife had been molested. However, I think Zhou Qingzhu is quite nice. She's beautiful, has a hot figure, can be coquettish and tough. She and Lu Yan really get along well in terms of personality. Look, he's been taking Zhou Qingzhu around a lot recently. He hasn't taken you, his proper girlfriend, out for a long time. After hundreds of messages flooding the screen, everyone seemed to realize that I hadn't spoken. They hypocritically comforted me. "Of course, Jiwei, we're still on your side. After all, everything should follow the principle of first come, first served." "That's right. You and Lu Yan have been engaged since childhood, and your families are well matched. How long can that poor student be proud with her scheming ways? Lu Yan has just been blinded. He'll come to his senses in a few days." There wasn't much sincerity in these words of comfort. I knew they were waiting to see me make a fool of myself, waiting for me to break down and go crazy, waiting for me to teach the green tea a lesson and see me and Zhou Qingzhu have a huge fight. But this time, they were all wrong. I sent a message to Lu Yan, just 3 short words: "Let's break up." After class, I returned to the dormitory. There was a thermos box on my desk. When I opened it, a delicious smell wafted out. My roommates looked at the thermos box in front of me with envy in their voices. "Lu Yan had someone bring this at noon. He said it would be just right for you to drink when you got back from class." Lu Yan is so good to you, even though he's not on campus. He still remembers to send you something. Exactly. He's much better than my boyfriend. Last time I asked him to bring me milk tea, and he actually refused because it was too far, on campus. There were rumors about the ambiguity between Zhou Qingzhu and Lu Yan. Some people specifically came to remind me to be careful not to have my relationship stolen, but my roommates didn't take it to heart, especially when they saw the thermos box in front of me at this moment. They were even more dismissive. Ji Wei, have more confidence in yourself, in terms of family background and looks. Which aspect of you isn't outstanding? Even Lu Yan, who was so cold and irritable at first. Isn't he now as docile as a dog around you? Don't worry, that little scheming Zhou Qingzhu won't amount to anything. No one believed that I would lose to a poor student. Everyone was certain that I would win a great victory, but that breakup text message was really sent, and I had really decided to give up. I had naively thought that being reborn was a gift from heaven, but it turned out that no matter how many times I tried, the ending was the same, for someone who doesn't love you. Even if they agree to the arranged marriage, they only see it as a shackle. So, with mountains high and waters far, I wish Lu Yan his freedom. Until evening, Lu Yan didn't reply to my message. Someone knocked on the door and came in, saying that someone was looking for me downstairs. I had a premonition in my heart. When I went downstairs, I saw a familiar figure. As soon as Lu Yan saw me, he walked quickly towards me. Why did you come out like this? Your health isn't good. You can't catch a cold at night. Lu Yan took off his coat and wanted to put it on me, but I, who was always obedient, didn't take it this time. As I stepped back, Lu Yan's coat fell to the ground. His face froze for a moment, but he quickly pretended nothing had happened. By the way, I specially made soup for you. You saw it, right? It's good for your health. If you like it, I'll send it to you again tomorrow. Lu Yan, I interrupted him, my tone calm. Didn't you see the text message I sent you? Lu Yan's movement paused, but he didn't answer. Instead, he just continued on his own. I've been very busy these days and haven't been able to accompany you, but I'll be free later. You've always wanted to go to that restaurant, right? I'll go with you. After that, we can also go traveling, to the beach. I'll accompany you to pick up seashells. Okay. I didn't understand how Lu Yan could say these words without batting an eyelid. No, I took a step back, stared at Lu Yan, and said word by word, these are things that couples do. We've already broken up. As soon as the words fell, the air around seemed to freeze. There was no smile on Lu Yan's face anymore. The moonlight filtered through the leaves, casting shadows on his face. He was expressionless, his tone calm, but it was rather creepy. Lin Ji Wei, I haven't agreed, take that back. But I didn't move. I still said the same thing. We've already broken up. Lu Yan punched the tree next to him. What on earth are you fussing about? He strode forward. His grip was very strong, and it hurt my wrist. I can pretend I didn't hear what you said before. Think twice before you speak in the future. I was trapped between his arms. As I struggled, my wrist hurt from being pulled. I couldn't help but let out a cry of pain. Lu Yan relaxed his strength a bit and kneaded the red mark on my wrist. His tone calmed down. Is it because of the rumors on campus, or did my friend say something bad again? Lu Yan seemed to have figured something out and became more at ease. Or is it because of Zhou Qingzhu? Her family is poor, and she's always working various part-time jobs. I didn't expect her to be at the ski resort either. She even has great skiing skills. When we met on the street that day, she was being harassed. Of course I had to step in. I would help any girl in that situation. I knew I couldn't break free by force, so I stopped struggling and said softly, let me go first. Sure enough, being submissive was more effective than being tough. Lu Yan let go of the arms that were trapping me. I took a deep breath. I'm not throwing a tantrum. You don't need to explain these things to me. I'm not being impulsive. I've thought about it for a long time. We're really not suitable. Neither of us spoke. The air was frighteningly quiet. I let out a breath and continued, moreover, our relationship was originally based on interests. When we first met, you didn't like me either. It's been 3 years of entanglement, and it's been a last resort. So, cancel the arranged marriage and let's break up. It's good for both of us. It was hard to describe Lu Yan's expression at this moment. He stared at me for a long time, as if he had sensed the firmness in my tone. Suddenly, a sneer rang out. Lu Yan raised his chin. All the crazy accusations from before seemed to have disappeared. He was still in control, high and mighty. Break up. The word dumped isn't in my Lu Yan's dictionary. If we cancel the arranged marriage, remember, it's the Lu family that doesn't want you because you're overbearing, petty, and narrow-minded. Also, no one in our circle would dare to take a woman that I, Lu Yan, don't want. Your Lin family wants to expand into the northern market, right? Without the arranged marriage route, I'm afraid you'll have to pay an even more astonishing price. After saying these words, Lu Yan had clearly gained the upper hand completely. He lifted my chin, with a mischievous smile, as if he didn't care. Lin Jiwei, I can pretend this conversation never happened. You're still my girlfriend, and I'll still marry you after graduation. I'll still help the Lin family. As far as I know, the Lin family has put a lot of effort into you. Your father has several illegitimate daughters outside. Do you want to be a wealthy and stable Mrs. Lu, or a resentful outcast abandoned by the Lin family? You choose. I looked at Lu Yan quietly. After 3 years of dating, you're not even willing to leave me with the last bit of dignity. Lu Yan's expression froze. He almost turned his head in a flustered way. He covered my eyes. Ji Wei, don't look at me with that kind of eyes. Lu Yan's voice was muffled, and his throat was hoarse. I said this matter is over. Let's go back to how we were before. Okay, the marriage between the Lin and Lu families won't change. I'm still your boyfriend. Of course it's not okay. I was very confused. Why was Lu Yan so certain that I would give in? Do you remember what you said when we first met? Why are you acting like this now? You dislike my poor health and my quiet and boring personality. Good is a derogatory term in your eyes. You like excitement and wild-tempered people. You want someone to accompany you street, racing, skiing, and do all kinds of exciting sports with you, and I'm the one who least meets the conditions. Companionship off field can't compare to the mutual understanding on field. The racetrack is very noisy, and the ski resort is very cold. Reading there is the most inappropriate choice. Lu Yan looked up. His face was rarely stunned. I was also looking at him, and my tone was very soft. I don't want to read aside anymore. And I don't want to accompany you either. Lu Yan and I stalled for a long time, until he left. He didn't relent and cancel the arranged marriage. We no longer attended classes together or had meals together. When Lu Yan played basketball, I no longer wiped his sweat or handed him water. When I painted in the classroom, Lu Yan's figure no longer appeared beside me. Some busybodies couldn't help but ask Lu Yan if he had quarreled with me. Lu Yan didn't even raise his head, just sneered. Since he didn't respond, naturally someone else would come to ask me. I smiled gently. Yes, we broke up. Oh, so you broke up? I thought. You broke up? Soon, this news spread throughout the entire campus. A high-profile post appeared on the forum. The title of the hottest post was, "I hate this world where scheming women rule. They've ruined another couple of mine." There were photos posted profusely inside. There were photos of Lu Yan doing a princess carry on stage, and Zhou Qingzhu deliberately kissing his cheek. The comments below were filled with indignation, full of pity and heartache for me. Lu Yan probably didn't expect that I would directly say the words of breaking up. He sent me a message, just a few short words. Lin Jiwei, you're so cruel-hearted. I soon knew why Lu Yan sent this message, because he would do something even more ruthless than me. Lu Yan directly posted a moment's, "Anyone who dares to date Lin Jiwei in the future is against me." This short sentence triggered countless intense speculations. Some people said that Lu Yan and I just had a quarrel and would get back together when the anger subsided. Others said that Lu Yan hated me and wouldn't let me go even after breaking up, no matter what people guessed. Obviously, this moment's post was very effective. Lu Yan had a good family background, many friends, and a hot temper. Few people dared to offend him. After that day, no boy dared to approach me within a 5-meter radius. Especially after a boy accidentally bumped into me and was severely taught a lesson by Lu Yan, the boys didn't even dare to talk to me. Lu Yan's friends were making a fuss in the group. Lin Jiwei, seriously, you really broke up? Are you using this as a strategy to gain the upper hand? But Lu Yan isn't someone who can be threatened. Be careful that he gets too angry and really abandons you. Lu Yan's friends really knew him best. As soon as I publicly announced the breakup, Lu Yan held a single party the next moment. He invited the whole class to play at Disneyland to celebrate his return to singlehood. He was using this way to tell me, don't throw a tantrum and say break up. he would do something even more ruthless than me. The two of us were like we were competing, both trying hard to appear calm, but I really didn't care anymore and didn't pretend either. A classmate sent me an audio. It was from the single party. In the audio, the voices were noisy. Someone couldn't help but ask, "Lu Yen, the little girlfriend your family arranged for you is so good, looking and obedient. Why did you break up just like that? You really don't know how lucky you are." Exactly. If Lin Jiwei were my girlfriend, I would definitely be with her all day long. Her looks are amazing. Could it really be because of Zhou Qingzhu? I have to say, you can play around with a scheming woman, but if you really want to marry someone, it should be someone like Lin Jiwei with a well-matched family background. The few people were joking with each other. Their voices sounded very young. All right, Lu Yan's voice was drunk. If you want her, go ahead and take her. That kind of young lady is delicate and boring. She only knows how to read and study. She's not interesting at all. And she has asthma. She can't do any strenuous exercise. These words were ambiguous, and there was a burst of laughter in the room. What kind of exercise? Lu Yan, don't stop halfway through your sentence. Strenuous. So even kissing her would be life-threatening? No way. You can only look but not touch. Then it's really not interesting. I'd rather not have a girlfriend than find such a young lady. I turned off the audio and didn't listen to the rest. The study abroad application in front of me was already filled out. I received a call on my phone. It was from my father, and his tone was cold. "Come home, look at the good thing you've done." When I got home, I was punished to kneel in the living room. My father was so angry that his eyes seemed to be on fire. He picked up a bamboo board and lashed at me. He scolded me for being ungrateful and not trying hard enough to please Lu Yan. My mother had always been weak, but at this moment, she unexpectedly threw herself on me. Even so, my father didn't hold back. My mother protected me, so the bamboo board landed hard on her thin back. I stood up. I don't know where I got the courage from, but I grabbed the board and threw it out forcefully. Two pairs of similar eyes met across the air. My father's eyes widened in shock, and he could hardly catch his breath. As if he had aged in an instant, he sat down wearily. "Jiwei, do you know how many benefits the Lin family can get from the marriage with the Lu family?" He must have asked someone to investigate the whole story, and his voice softened a bit. "Zhou Qingzhu, that poor student, is nothing to worry about. The Lin family has cultivated you for so many years. If you can't even deal with someone like her, you'll really disappoint me." I looked at him coldly. But why should I fight with her? To compete for Lu Yan? To compete for a man who doesn't love me? My tone was indifferent. "Father, you've always had a backup plan, right? How many illegitimate daughters are there hidden outside? 2 or 3. To you, I'm just a tool." These words completely enraged my father. He called the security guards in. 2 of them held me down and whipped me until my back was covered in blood. I was punished to kneel all night. In the middle of the night, I couldn't hold on any longer and had a high fever. When I woke up, I saw my mother's red and swollen eyes. My mother had a hard life. She was weak-willed by nature, didn't fight for anything, and was content with the status quo. So she endured my father's infidelity and domestic violence in silence. But now, she took my hand and said firmly, "Jiwei, I saw your study abroad application. Mom will go abroad with you." As if to comfort me, my mother tried to force a smile. "I've long been secretly looking for a lawyer to prepare for the division of property and equity. I've been ready to divorce for a long time, but at that time, you still had the marriage with the Lu family. I could tell that you liked that boy from the Lu family, right?" My mother's voice was so gentle, but I felt like crying. It turned out that it wasn't just me who was trapped in these 3 years, but also my mother. I shook my head. "I don't like him anymore. The little bit of sweetness from the previous life, I diluted it and savored it for 3 whole years, until there was no more sweetness left, until I was no longer willing to deceive myself. The sweet water was gone, and my fate with Lu Yan had also come to an end. I booked a flight for next week. While packing, I received a call. It was one of Lu Yan's friends. His tone was a bit dissatisfied. "Hey, Lin Jiwei, it's okay to make a fuss, but don't overdo it. Don't make things ugly for everyone. That little scheming Zhou Qingzhu disgusts me to death. Come back quickly. Oh, remember to bring more beef jerky." It turned out that the last sentence was the key point. I like quietness. In my free time, I would study cooking, at first, in order to integrate into Lu Yan's social circle. I tried hard to please them. I would prepare for a long time in advance, getting so tired that my back ached, just to get a word of approval. But now, I'm not that stupid anymore. Buy it yourself if you want to eat it. Lu Yan and I have broken up, don't contact me anymore. After saying that, without waiting for the other person to reply, I directly blocked him. In the afternoon, I suddenly received a takeout. It was an extremely beautiful and fresh bunch of yellow roses. I called the sender's number according to the information. Surprisingly, it was Lu Yan. The moment I heard his voice, I wanted to hang up the phone, but looking at the roses in my arms, I pursed my lips. Did you send the flowers? Lu Yan must have been smoking. I heard the sound of a lighter. After a while, his voice came over, as if he didn't care at all. What flowers? Are they beautiful? I didn't know what trick Lu Yan was playing this time. I replied calmly, they're not beautiful. Don't send them anymore. Even if I throw them away, it will cause trouble for others. There was a moment of silence on the other side, and then Lu Yan's voice sounded, Lin Jiwei, you don't think I sent the flowers to you, do you? His tone was extremely exaggerated, as if he had heard a very funny joke. It was just a wrong address. You don't think I still have feelings for you after we broke up, do you? I nodded in understanding. They were meant for Zhou Qingzhu, right? She should like them. I wish you two happiness and a long and happy marriage. My words somehow annoyed Lu Yan again. His pretense of being calm disappeared, and his tone was a bit angry and embarrassed. Is this interesting? Hiding at home all day and not showing up, and saying such mean things to irritate me. Lin Jiwei, you really know how to make me angry. I didn't understand how wishing him and Zhou Qingzhu happiness was mean. Lu Yan took a few deep breaths and calmed down his tone. I don't believe you can hide at home for the rest of your life. I'll settle the score with you on the day of the graduation ceremony. Lu Yan hung up the phone after saying that. I pursed my lips, a bit slow to react, but Lu Yan was wrong. I had already booked the flight ticket. I wouldn't go to the graduation ceremony, and he couldn't take revenge on me face to face. As soon as the plane landed, I saw the person who came to pick us up. My mother had already bought a house abroad a long time ago, and it had been cleaned up. When I woke up, I received a message from my best friend. She patted her chest to assure me, don't worry, Jiwei, on the day of the graduation ceremony, I'll get your graduation certificate for you. I smiled and said, thank you, again. There were still a few months before the foreign school started. During this period, I decided to explore the surroundings and see what parks and delicious restaurants were nearby. When I was bored and scrolling through Xiaohongshu, I came across Zhou Qingzhu's post again. The picture was a large bunch of red roses. The title of the post was full of shyness, sent by my crush. What does this mean? The comment section exploded. People joked with her. Big sister, in your city, do you call your partner crush? What does it mean? It means he likes you. If this isn't liking, I'll stand on my head and wash my hair. No way, no way. There are roses. But you're not together yet. This guy is so reserved. Zhou Qingzhu replied quickly, we're not together yet, but I heard he'll confess to me at the graduation ceremony. The comment section was full of, how romantic, again. Zhou Qingzhu sent a shy emoji. I'll post one last post on the day of the graduation ceremony. Then the crush series will end. Happy celebration. It has to be said that big data is really powerful. I don't have Zhou Qingzhu's contact information, but every post she makes is pushed in front of me. Before, when I saw them, my chest would feel tight, and I would be sad and uneasy, but now, I don't feel a ripple at all. Graduation ceremony, public confession, Zhou Qingzhu's crush series was completely over, and I had also completely let go of the 3-year relationship. Soon, it was the day of the graduation ceremony. My best friend live streamed for me, showing me the graduation certificate and degree certificate she received on my behalf. Time flies so fast. In a blink of an eye, we've graduated from college. After chatting with my best friend for a few words, I heard the noise behind her. The camera turned, and I saw Lu Yan's stiff face. His hair was pushed back, revealing his handsome eyes and brows. He seemed to be dressed up carefully, but for some reason, he looked restless, constantly looking around as if searching for something. I heard someone beside him urging, Brother Lu, it's time to confess. Not far from him, Zhou Qingzhu was wearing a dress and had delicate makeup. She looked towards Lu Yan from time to time, with a shy look in her eyes. My best friend watched the drama with me. I heard that Lu Yan is going to confess to Zhou Qingzhu. He ordered 999 roses yesterday. They're on the playground, but it's very strange. Usually, for a confession, people use red roses, but Lu Yan bought all yellow roses. I thought of the flowers that were delivered by mistake that afternoon and understood, maybe Zhou Qingzhu likes them. So he can go against the conventions and only give her what she likes. My best friend sighed. I don't understand the taste of you rich people. In my opinion, it would be better to buy 999 boxes of chocolates. It not only represents love but also isn't a waste. After looking at the certificates, I turned off the live stream. I didn't want to have anything to do with Lu Yan anymore. Nor did I want to see Zhou Qingzhu's proud look, how they confessed and how intimate and romantic they were. It had nothing to do with me anymore, but even if I didn't want to pay attention, I would always find out for other reasons. After blocking Zhou Qingzhu's main account, Big Data pushed her secondary account to me again. Sure enough, as she said, Lu Yan confessed to her with 999 roses at the graduation ceremony. In the photo, the two of them were close together, very intimate. But Zhou Qingzhu was holding the yellow roses. Although she tried to raise the corners of her lips, her smile seemed forced. And Lu Yan had no expression, looking at the school gate, not knowing what he was thinking. That secondary account didn't update very often, probably once a week. At first, the tone was excited and happy. Went to the aquarium with my boyfriend and saw cute little jellyfish. Today, my boyfriend and I went to check out an online, famous restaurant. The food was really good, sending my boyfriend a loving midnight snack. There will be loving breakfasts in the future. Later. The updates became more and more mean and angry. Today, I was called a mistress again by that bitch's friend. So funny. The one who isn't loved is the mistress. I just came a little late. My boyfriend has been played at me more and more recently. No wonder he was charmed by the slut outside. When I catch them, they won't have a good time. Arg, I want to kill someone. Why does he still call that bitch's name when he's drunk? Clearly, he's with me now. Why does he still think about others? Anyway, he's still mine now. He has no chance to go abroad to find that bitch. So funny. Since I could snatch him back then, I can hold on to him now. The updates became slower and slower later. Each post showed a kind of hysteria, and just a week ago, Zhou Qingzhu posted the last post. It was very calm, with only a short line of words. We broke up, he proposed it, and I agreed. The day I returned to China was a rainy day. My father was seriously ill and wanted to see me one last time. I agreed. After this meeting, the father-daughter relationship in this life would be over. I never expected to see Lu Yan outside the ward. He had lost weight, although he was still handsome. There was a hint of decadence between his eyes and brows. He looked at me, hesitated, and then stepped forward to ask me, "Ji Wei, long time no see. Can we talk?" Standing on the balcony of the hospital, I looked at the raindrops outside the window. "Just say what you want." Lu Yan was silent for a long time before his voice trembled. "Do you know who the 999 yellow roses at the graduation ceremony were prepared for? The flower language of yellow roses is apology, Ji Wei. The person I was waiting for that day was always you." I turned to look at Lu Yan. Lu Yan stood stiffly, stubbornly staring at me. "I don't know," I repeated. "I don't know, Lu Yan. I'm not a god. I can't guess everything. Maybe that afternoon, when I received the yellow roses by mistake, I guessed, so I didn't throw them away immediately but called." But Lu Yan never knew how to speak properly. He couldn't put down his pride and never bowed his head. He always used hurtful words to cover up his true feelings, so he said they were for Zhou Qingzhu. What reason did I have not to believe him? Lu Yan's eyes suddenly turned red. 3 years, Ji Wei, we were together for 3 years. Why didn't you give me a chance? It turns out that when people are extremely angry, they really laugh. You say I don't love, you question my feelings. Then what about you? Do you love me? 3 years, someone who hates extreme sports so much. Accompanied you for 3 whole years. The ski resort was very cold, and the wind at the bungee jumping point was very strong. If there was no love, then what were my 3-year efforts for? you said the roses were for me, but since I didn't come, you still gave them to Zhou Qingzhu, Lu Yan. Your love is very cheap, it can be divided into two parts, and there's always a backup. Lu Yan stood there for a long time, as if struck by lightning. I thought you always came to me because you were threatened by your family. Every time you appeared, you attracted everyone's attention. My friends seemed indifferent to you on the surface, but actually, they chased me for your contact information. I was just uneasy. Why would someone like you like me? Love at first sight. This reason is too cheap. Tears fell from the corners of Lu Yan's eyes. He stared at me stubbornly. So I used Zhou Qingzhu to test you. If you could tolerate her and still not leave me, then I could really feel at ease. My heart ached. I never thought that this would be the reason. Lu Yan didn't know about our previous lives and didn't believe in my feelings, so he tested me again and again with such hurtful methods, forcing me to give in and back down. But the human heart is made of flesh. I couldn't always guess Lu Yan's thoughts. Let's just say you're right. I don't love you. I felt tired and didn't want to argue with Lu Yan anymore. After walking out for a long time, Lu Yan's trembling voice came. Can't we really start over? I turned around and shook my head. Lu Yan's face instantly fell. You don't want my roses, and you don't want me either. If a few roses were supposed to offset countless past sorrows and grievances, then I'd rather not have them. I don't regret my past with Lu Yan. This was my past, which made up the complete me, but I also need to look forward. Roses will wither once picked, and once something hurtful is done, there will be scars, and I will plant my own roses that will never wither. After hearing the story above, what are your thoughts? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section. Looking forward to hearing from you. If you liked this story, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.